Oh, we got a bit of a lag anyway. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I thought it might. Like I say, it's HD.
No, there's a bit of lag with the internet.
Yeah, I think there's a 20-30 second between the two of us. So I'll tell you, I'm going to introduce us now, and then I'm going to introduce you.
Carry on.
Oh, they can hear us. Hi guys, Grant Saunders, comedy stage hypnotist here. We're starting to do a Facebook live broadcast with some of my hypnosis friends from around the world. One of the things we've noticed is there's a lot of performers that are out there doing their live performances where they're singing from their living rooms and their gardens, which is fantastic. And it's a great way of really showcasing their talents. Unfortunately, us as hypnotists can't really do that because the last thing we want to do is end up having people stuck to their sofas and running around their coffee tables clucking like chickens. However, in talking with some fellow performers, we did decide that, it'd be a great way to get together and talk about the differences about hypnosis in different parts of the UK, the world, and most importantly, our favourite funny bits from shows. So without further ado, please let me introduce you to a good friend of mine, Jason Nobbynosis, who's a fantastic Welsh hypnotist. Say hello, Jason.
Hello, Jason. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Hello. You right?
I'm absolutely spot on. It's great to have you here. And there you go, side by side. So, Jason, we've spoke quite a few times, both on the phone, in person, and now on Facebook Live. And it was you that actually encouraged me to start this live thing off.
My fault.
Tell me a bit about you. Tell the people that are watching that don't know me or don't know you. Tell them about Jason Nobbynosis.
Oh God, where do you want me to start, mate? Hey, that coffee you got?
Tea. I know. I'm a reformed character.
Yorkshire tea?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
So, what was what first got you interested in hypnosis?
Okay, so I went to see Ken Webster many years ago.
Yes, I've heard of him.
We were standing in the queue, and the wife said, "I'd like to do this." And I said, "You ain't gonna have time for this." And well, we started talking, we watched the show, and it was good, really good. We really enjoyed it. Yeah. I said, "Tell you what, I'm gonna do it." So I did. So I phoned and booked to go on a therapy course and went from there. And
so was it therapy that first got you into hypnosis?
Yeah. Because I was led to believe I had to do therapy first before I done the stage work, which not the case, but hey ho.
It's weird because it's a lot of people come to it from that way. My interest was a similar way, but I'm a big fan of the performance side of things. What got you from being a therapist into being a stage hypnotist?
I wanted to do the stage stuff all the way. But obviously, I was told I had to do the therapy first, which cost me a lot of money.
But you know what? It's a weird thing, hypnosis. It's one of those things you can learn very cheaply and very quickly, but the more you invest in your own training and everything, the more value you get out of that in the long run. So it's
unbelievable. I remember because obviously the first time I went to see the guy where he's passed away now, Lynn Bateman. He was very well known stage hypnotist. He's really got years ago when I think even when Ken Webster was starting. And so when I went to see him first and he said, "Oh, this is hypnosis, blah, 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 and have a go." I thought, "Oh, right, okay." Come back, I had to go in the shower. I was like, "Wow, this is easy." And then when you start getting into it, you think, hang on a minute, there's more to this than what it first seems. And it kind of scared me at first of what you can actually do with it.
I found that the more I learned and the more I did, the kind of less I know. I wish I had the confidence now that what I had like the second or third year in. You know, I was indestructible then. Now it feels like there's still so much to learn out there. It's a fascinating subject.
Yeah, because obviously I did a couple of shows, and then I had a bad show. Then I had a real bad show.
And you learn the most from the bad shows.
Yeah. And the one show which nearly finished me. I think we were in a couple of shows in, and it was all going well, and I can see it now. I'm having flashbacks now as I'm talking about it, and there's all these people just sat there. I'm thinking, what do I do?
Yeah.
And I had another show booked in a couple of weeks later, and luckily it went well. I had to sit down, rethink where I was. Perhaps I got too cocky, maybe. I don't know. And if that show didn't work, I would have jacked it in.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I find is you have if you have a bad show, the next show is the one that brings you out of that. And having a good support network, to be fair, there's a great stage hypnotist, Ian D, great guy. And there's many times when I've kind of rang him after a bad show and just kind of sound off as well. And like yourself as well, I'll speak to you and sound off when you have a stressful day. And the weird thing is we can have what we think is a bad show, but then the audience think they've had an amazing show. It's just that we judge ourselves by our standards and what we can do. So, yeah.
I remember, I think the last call when you called me about, you either called me or you messaged me when there was 5 people in the audience, was it?
Yeah. That was literally, I can't remember what the show was now, but I was backstage and looking out, and you're kind of like, right, well, when are they coming in? When are they coming in? When are they coming in? But strangely, sometimes you can have your best shows when you think you're going to have a terrible show.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And afterwards, you look back and you go, I learned so much from that. You know, I've done this, I've done that. It does this. However, before the show, you want it to be easy. You know, and I know there's guys out there that kind of go, you know, you want to challenge yourself, you want to do this, you want to do that. It's like, yeah, I do, but I also want an easy show sometimes as well.
There's better ways to do than challenge yourself like that.
Oh, exactly. So one of the main things about these little skits that we're going to be doing is talking about our favourite bits or funny bits as such. And I've got a clip here which you've nominated as one of your favourite clips.
Well, my favourite sketch, whatever we would call it, is the one that works.
Yes. Weirdly, you can have some that work brilliantly all the time, and then sometimes, I mean, you know, it's about the volunteers and it's about the energy from the audience. Sometimes you can do a skit that is normally, you know, an 80% and it doesn't fall quite right, but the audience's reaction makes it up to 100%.
Yeah.
So it's a combination. We're doing everything. We're like juggling chainsaws that are on fire. You know, it's about getting the right subjects that are in the right frame of mind, in the right setting, with the right audience, with everything else, all the bells and whistles we throw at it, and then hopefully that makes a great show.
Yeah, it does, I think. But when there's a lot of, what's the word, expectation. I said before to you, when a singer goes out, yes, they like to have feedback, but they can carry on. Whereas if we are low on numbers and we don't get anything back, the volunteers on stage are wondering, well, what's going on? Why is it so quiet? What's going on? You know? But that's just, you know, it's a bit better. So yeah, it's hard. It's a hard one.
Yeah, it's all about the energy in the room. So I'm going to play this clip. Do you want to explain what this clip is before I press play on it?
Okay, so it's a clip of we done a wedding. We all like doing weddings. I know you like doing weddings as well, Grant.
Do you know what? It's I find, so just the energy at a wedding is great. The time that you go on is great as well, because you're on early evening, and most importantly, You know, in a club environment, you might get someone that wants to steal the limelight because they want to be the star of the show, if you know what I mean. Someone that will just, you know, try and disrupt your show. You know, you're not going to do that at your friend's wedding. So people's frame of mind is in a really great place to start with. So, yeah. Right.
Yeah. So it's a wedding we done, and it's actually my first wedding in a marquee, which was very interesting. Yeah. Typical Wales, hammering down with rain. We got there. Then I realised I had nowhere to change. So, yeah, it was actually getting changed behind the pop-up.
Yeah.
Just praying it wasn't going to fall over. or no, my luck. Catherine move it for a laugh. Just to entertain herself. So anyway, the wedding, it was great. Bit of planning. The bride had already asked me, they wanted to get bride and groom to be hypnotized.
Yeah. I find that the bride and groom do want to get involved so much. But the problem is they're also concerned about their guests having a great time. And I think that stops them from letting go and getting to that right place sometimes. You know, so yeah.
There was and they also planned I think it was the best man. He was a very big Man United supporter, a huge Man United supporter, and they wanted to get him hypnotized, and they wanted me to get him to like Everton by the end of the night, or Man City, one of the two. I can't remember which one it was. Luckily for him, it didn't quite work out for him because they had planned so much for him. Bless him. So anyway, it's a little clip of I call it Nobby's Orchestra.
Brilliant.
And yeah,
I'm going to play the clip now, and then we'll come in halfway through, and you can talk us through it.
Go.
Sit back in your chairs. Tune your instrument. Here we go. Give them some encouragement. You can do better than that. 1, 2, 3, go. Come on, where's the encouragement? When the music stops, you're going to wonder what the hell you're doing. When the music stops, you wonder what the hell you're doing. So. When the music stops, you're going to wonder what the hell you're doing. 3, 2, 1, go.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's that. You know what? It's a great. Oh, let me just take solo off on there for you. It's a great skit. Is that the orchestra one? From my point of view, you get to see where your stars are. You get to see the people that are moving around. They're very physical. They're really into it as well.
Yeah.
What's great to see as well is like one. I've got suit envy over the guy with that bright purple suit there. That is a super duper suit. Is that
Batman logos on it from what I remember?
That's absolutely spot on. Is that?
Yeah.
It's
It's his wife with the white dreadlocks as well.
Oh, cool. But yeah, it's nice to see like the slightly modern twist on that as well, because that's not your traditional kind of classical music that was playing there, was it? What was that?
Party rock anthem.
Cool. I think it just brings it up to date a little bit as well. And I see you've got, is that your stage assistant at the back there?
That is Kath in the background, yeah. She's she goes to all the shows, and fair play.
I think it definitely helps when you have someone that's there as well. And it's the way you kind of encourage the audience as well, the clapping along. A lot of audiences, because they watch television now, that's where they get their entertainment from. A lot of audiences don't know how to react.
No.
You know, and when they see people in hypnosis, there's an uncertainty. So when you've got someone that's clapping along and kind of encouraging that, it helps really build up the energy in the room as well.
So, if she can't come, Michelle comes along as well. She's also done the music for me as well.
Yeah.
But what Kath also does as well, and Shell, is cover up women's legs. Yeah. That's one thing I'm very fussy about, because, yes, I've seen there's quite a few other hypnotists out there who just carry on with the show, and you know what it's like. Oh, Kath is up. And you know what it's like when obviously 9 times out of the 10 they're up on stage, and we've got the audience down. The first thing they do is looking up a woman's skirt. And
the most important thing for our industry is we have to look after all the volunteers, which, I mean, I've always, you know me, it's always a squeaky clean show. We've got to look after them, because if when they're seeing videos later on, that's somebody's wife, sister, mother, daughter, you know, it's got to be done in a respectful way, if you know what I mean. And it's, especially as male hypnotists as well. It's easy to make us look, you know, a bit seedy. And there's a lot of guys that, you know, do get into this industry because they kind of see it as a control thing. But it's not about that. It's about good quality entertainment and, you know, doing it the right way, really. So, yeah. And it's surprising how many times you can not see something straight away, and to have someone there with you as well that's looking out for you as well, you know, that definitely helps. It helps you concentrate on the show.
Oh, 100%. You know, whether it's Kath doing it, whether it's Shell doing it, or whatever, I think I'd be lost without them, actually, because it helps you, well, it helps me relax a bit. And it's all about the enjoyment as well, and being able to enjoy the show. I know it's hard when, I don't know about you, but whenever I walk on stage, I just don't see anybody. It's just literally all these heads and whatever. I'm just focused. That's just me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like 2 minutes before I go on stage, I'd sooner be anywhere else in the world. I have terrible stage fright, but the moment I walk out on stage, that's where I get my energy from. And it's there's no better feeling in the world. When it goes right, it's phenomenal. And I never want to leave that stage once I'm on there. Yeah. But it's we should do a show one day on all the terrible things that have happened to us on stage, but that's for another day, I think. But yeah,
I can do it on my own.
Yeah. So how far do you travel? I know you know we've talked about this before. What's your kind of distance? Where will you go? I know you're based in South Wales.
South Wales. You were supposed to come down for coffee, but you forgot.
Yes, I definitely will at some point. Yeah. I have the worst memory in the entire world. Literally, sometimes I look at my phone in the morning and then I know what I'm doing during the day. So this lockdown, it's actually really good for me, because I know I don't really need to be anywhere apart from last week when I was supposed to be doing this with you, and you messaged me on the Thursday going, "Have you forgot?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah."
Oh, that one was, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. The worst memory.
So I am based between Swansea and Carmarthen, smack bang in the middle. A place called Cross Hands. But travel, we'll go anywhere, really. The only thing with traveling is, and it's the same for every performer, isn't it, that nobody takes into consideration the length of time getting there. Yeah. Setting up. Because you don't know what... I personally like to use my own equipment, because there's nothing worse than traveling 100 miles, 150 miles, or whatever it is, to go and do a show. You get there and they tell you they got a full PA system, and all they've got is a small little speaker with a microphone with a 4-foot lead, and you think, shit, I ain't gonna work. So I use my own stuff, spend a lot of money, upgraded as we go along. Yeah. I know you
think
those, but like
quality sound makes a big difference in a show.
Oh,
you know, the volunteers have to be able to hear you clearly. The audience has to be able to hear you clearly. Having that quality sound is a be all and end all. And like you said, there's times when you turn up to a gig, you know, and they've got what they think is a good PA system, and it's just it doesn't work out, and that really can have such a detrimental effect on how a show goes.
Oh, definitely. So I am quite fussy. When I unpack it, pack it all back up, I come back and check it all over to make sure it's all still working, ready for the next gig and whatever. But yeah, people who book us, not so much us who book entertainers across the whole world, I guess. I think it's different in America though. I think they get a lot better with different venues to what we've got. And I think it's a lot bigger in America. But as far as rest of entertainers in the UK goes, no one appreciates the time for getting ready, time for traveling, setting up. Then we got to do the show. Yeah. Then sometimes is obviously it's meeting everybody after. Then it's taking down. Yeah. Calming down. Yeah. Packing away, and then driving home. Yeah. So sometimes you can leave your house for a show at 8 o'clock. You can leave at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I
had a show a couple of years ago when I was a bit younger and I could do it. I had a show in Inverness, and the following morning, the Sunday, I was exhibiting at a wedding fair in Sheffield. And literally by the time I left the venue in Scotland, I had to drive straight down to Sheffield and then set up my table at the wedding fair in Sheffield the next Sunday morning. I was terrible. You know, I was not the best advert for my services. I was grumpy and I was tired and I was full of coffee. But I mean, I enjoy traveling, but sometimes it's just like, no. I'm getting old now.
So that's the worst part of it is, but then at the end of the show, kind of you do a lot on your own. At the end of the show, you're coming back and you're talking about how good the show went, what you can improve. I'm terrible for criticizing my own work. Yeah. But when you get complacent, you make mistakes.
Everybody is. I mean, it's always their fault when it doesn't go right. But you've always got to go right. What could I have done better? How could I have done this better? How could I have performed better? How could I have made it a more immersive experience for the audience? What were their takeaways? What could I have done? And you got to go through that checklist over and over and over again just to make sure that, you know, we're doing the best that we can. That's how we improve.
Yes. Yeah. It's all about improving. I'm all for improving all the time. I know some people like to do their own set all the way through without changing. I struggle with that. I got to be honest. I do struggle to do the same show over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. I think you've got to keep it fresh. But then there's a balance of really polishing a performance and getting that bit right. And sometimes you do it so much and then you just get bored of it. And then you've not got the energy for it then. Yeah. I know in the early days, I had certain inductions that were brilliant and I loved them. And then as you go on, you get bored of them. And then when you get bored of a certain induction type, it becomes less effective. And you kind of think, well, what's that about? And it's about your energy that you put into it.
You might want to tell a few people what induction is.
Oh, an induction is the ritual, the part of the show that is it's smoke and mirrors that makes it look like we're hypnotizing people. But weirdly, if they think that they're being hypnotized during that bit of ritual, then they become hypnotized. I think that's the most politically way of putting it, really. But yeah, it's the bit at the beginning with the word. It's the boring bit of the show if it's not done right. I love the induction. I think it can be really entertaining. And I think audiences now are fascinated with the psychology of how it happens. But sometimes when you see, you know, a hypnotist on stage, like going, "You are feeling sleepy," it's like, what are you doing? You know. But yeah, I think it can be a really great part of the show done right.
Yes. Obviously, I've seen your show a couple of times, quite a few times now. And it's good to see how you do it. And I like my comfort blanket. Although the only time I do deviate from my comfort blanket is when I know somebody who's been hypnotized before.
Yeah, of course.
So you can be a little bit more daring. Or B, which is the showstopper, if you've actually hypnotized them before and you remember what they're like on stage.
Yeah.
Then you can just literally do whatever you want. It's
a great convincer for people that are sat there waiting to be hypnotized. When you get that person up there and you do some voodoo and it looks magical.
Yeah.
They can't explain it, and that does everything we do is about expectation and belief.
Yeah,
you do a drop back or you do an induction on someone, whatever your trigger is for that, it always looks phenomenal, and that it has a great effect on the audience as well, because the audience kind of goes, whoa, what's going on here? So yeah, it's great.
Especially if my daughter comes to watch the show, she is, oh my God, you would pay to have her as a subject. She is amazing.
You should bring her to a show.
Honestly, mate, she is absolutely, hopefully she's watching this. And I've actually got a couple of videos on my YouTube channel of her and a silent induction. I just literally look at her and she can go out in seconds by not even saying a word, not doing nothing. It's all about eye contact and how I work with her. Oh, it's breathtaking. I love it.
Fantastic. Right, I think we are about wrapped up. We've not bored anyone into sleep just yet, I don't think.
Questions, mate.
I know they're very quiet on here, but we've got a few watching, but not too many questions. But I know we're cross-posting in different areas. So I think the issue I've found with cross-posting, if somebody's asking a question in a different area, it might not appear on our feed. So, but we'll have a look at that. But Catherine said thank you.
Yeah. So you've got a couple of shares on yours.
Yeah.
Grant Saunders. I'm stalking you now. How many pages have you actually got then?
Do you know what? It's a weird one. I've got quite a few. I've got a couple from my therapy days, which I still maintain, but I try and keep them very separate from the stage stuff. I've got my personal profile. I've got my Grant Saunders, my main stage hypnosis profile.
Right, so you have got a couple of questions. Alan, here we go. You need to have a look on your... You need to have a look
at your... Alan Turkanu, by any chance?
Yes.
Look at that psychic as well. Go on, what's he asked?
So relaxing to watch. We've got Christine Smart Broadbent.
Brilliant. Hi, Christine.
Also. Continuous improvement, might just know that world, and yes, so important for us all. And yes. Gary Lyon Orit Grant. Orit?
Yeah, I think next time we'll probably just do it in one place rather than spreading it everywhere. But I didn't know how it was going to go, so it was a great little test.
And we got Jason C. Shelter.
Oh, Jason is my brother. Great guy. I've known Jason a very long time. Jason knows all my secrets.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, let me find him on Facebook.
Yeah, do you know what? He's a Navy boy, so that should tell you everything, really.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, bless him. He's a great guy.
Not good.
No. Jason's the one that got me into shooting, actually.
All right. Yeah. Funny enough, the videos of us messing about popped up on my Facebook last week. Was that a week before?
It's about a year ago.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel it.
Yeah.
So we should do it again. Definitely.
Well, we can't at the moment, mate.
Not yet. But I mean, shooting is a very isolated sport. It's not like it's a group activity.
Yeah, but me traveling from here to the other side of the country to go
true,
shooting with you isn't exactly essential travel, mate.
No, but when we get out of this, there's definitely got to be some nice shooting grounds down there that we've got to come and visit.
Well, actually, a good friend of mine who is also one of the most easiest people to hypnotize, a guy called Di John. I've done a few shows with him and for him, and he's big into his shooting, so he's actually a shooting instructor.
Oh, well, we don't like that. We don't want to do it properly.
Oh,
we shoot at the sky. We don't actually hit anything.
Yeah, he might embarrass us if he comes next. If he knows where to go.
Well, that's why I go with Jason, because he makes me look good.
Jesus Christ! Tell you what, how many clays are they hit? 5? Maybe.
It's not about numbers.
You didn't say that on a day.
Nice one. Right. It is 9 o'clock. It is the end of the evening. Thank you very much, Jason. I hope the people that have been watching it have enjoyed it. And we'll go hunt down comments and stuff like that. So I think we've got a guy called Jim Kellner, who's an American hypnotist, and he likes to quote himself as a fitness model. Who's a great guy. He did a TED talk on hypnosis. And did a great video with explaining hypnosis to children. I think I'm completely making this up, but I think it had like 4 million hits on YouTube.
Well, I'm just reading your comments. You need to read the comments.
Oh, on which one? On the Grant Saunders one?
On the Be Live ones.
Right, I shall go have a look now. Oh,
I'm reading them.
Yeah.
Just to say Jason's busy.
Oh, bless him. Right. I'll get off and find these comments and edit them before Jason gets me into any trouble and reveals any secrets. Jason, thank you very much for doing this again. There's Jason's phenomenal logo stuff there. There we go.
Yeah, it's my logo on top of you.
Exactly. It's a joint effort, Jason. It is a joint effort. There you go. I had 5 minutes to prepare it.
Oh, God.
So, guys, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Jason Nobbynosis, there's his website. There we go. If you're in the Wells area. And there's Jason's Facebook as well. Go on there and leave him some comments as well.
Yeah,
and there's my website there. Thank you very much, guys. And we shall see you later on. Take care and
stay safe.
Bye.